During the summer of 2023, we moved to a remote Scottish Hebridean island to be its only two residents, along with our 2 pet sheep and pair of cats. These remote islands seem to retain an old-fashioned rhythm and a charm which we find encouraging us to live a more frugal and simple life, the way man was perhaps more intended to. We have an ancient stone cottage to restore, veggies to grow, livestock to build up, fish to catch and smoke, a boat to buy, and much more. Step back in time with us at the Scottish Isle. I decided it wasn't safe to put tomato plants on the ground here because of nibbling things, so I'm going to hang them instead, where nothing can get them. Try and find a bit of mortar to drill through rather than the stone. Alright, change of plan, because there's already a nail to hang from up here. So I'm just going to go in the corner, hopefully. Proving the point that they need to be off the ground. These are just cheap little cotton baskets, so I know they're not going to last forever if I fill them with soil and water, but I'm not really that bothered. These are a particular type of tomato plant that like to hang, so you don't necessarily need to prune them as much as you do other varieties of tomato. I ordered these in the post, and when they arrived they were in such an awful state. Well, here are my plants. I must say I was expecting more plants than this. Bigger plants.
They're not cheap, these plants, are they?
Yeah, these are very unhappy plants. I might be asking for my money back.
It's dead. Wonder why you're putting those up so high.
Yep.
Let me just show you why. Munchers.
Shauna's already been at them. I think they'll look quite pretty when they flower, and obviously I was sent I've said this before I think, but I was sent a recipe by my friend Marie in the States in a way of preserving cherry tomatoes that just sounds incredible, so definitely going to try that.
Is that what these are?
Yeah.
Right. Well, considering what they looked like when they came out of that box.
I wasn't sure they'd survived. They were so stressed, dehydrated. But they will get, when it is sunny, they'll get sun here all day. It's a really nice spot for them. And not a sheep in sight.
You happy with them?
Yeah, they'll look nice and it's functional. It's food. Need to get more next year. You're not very partial to hanging plants, are you? But
No.
tough.
And the other thing is tomatoes. Not very...
All for me.
Yeah. Look at her over there, look. Bedding down. Had a busy day, Shona? Right, we're here collecting wood. Come on, sit. Well, where are we? A few of you remember when, not last episode, the episode before, I was cutting down this tree that had fallen on the fence. And what I'm doing now is just collecting the last of the wood. It's already very dry, this wood. It's ready to go, which is always good news. Oh, look at this one. I can't overfill this because I'm pulling up an incline. Here's a close-up of the offending tree itself. Now all this wood is up for grabs. I think it was a birch. piece of it lodged here, look. All that needs to get chopped up again. You see this massive oak here. I mean, God knows how long it was that that fell down, but that's all up for grabs. But, you know, that is way beyond me. I'm not even going to attempt to try and chop that down. But all of this is pretty straightforward. I mean, none of this is without its danger. But as long as it's taken from the top and it can fall down, take all the weight out of it, it should be easy to do. Before I take this back to the cabin, I thought I'd mention one thing that keeps coming up in the comments with regard to why is it that we complain about the heat, yet we're still fully clothed in the way that we are. Well, we've been here a year now, and we've found out that the only way to be sure that you're not daily covered in insect bites is to be fully covered. And yes, of course, we could buy more lightweight clothing, but that costs money and we're not in a position to do that just yet. So we have to use what we've got. And unfortunately, a lot of that is heavy cottons and, you know, wool. I mean, we're fine with it. We just know that that's the case. But it's just an explanation to you lot as to why you'll see us walking around like you do in the heat that we're now having, but still fully clothed. We can't get undressed. We can't wear t-shirts and lighter clothing because the other day when we went for that walk and we came down the island, found the cairn, both of us absolutely covered in bites, yet we were fully clothed. Mad. But anyway, let's get this done. It's a case of dodging the wildflowers. Slowly, let me get over here. It's slowly becoming a riot of colour. Slowly. Pinks, whites, yellows, oranges. Time for planting.
Yeah, planting some of my seedlings didn't do so well. Had to do a second planting. And there's loads of worms in here. I just haven't had the time or the weather to get out here and get weeding. But it's all right today. So I'm going to plant the onions out today, which are also looking a bit sorry for themselves.
How helpful has little Moo been?
Pardon?
I said, how helpful has little Moo been?
She's not been naughty. She's just kind of running about. She's excited to spend some time outside.
We did this quite some time ago now, didn't we?
Yep. Yep, all my seedlings have been really quite slow. Apart from the beans, which need to go out immediately, but they're not going in this bed. They're going in the bed at the front, which also needs weeding. And I need bean poles. I was banking on the sweet corn being higher than the beans, so the beans could grow up the sweet corn, and it's happened the other way around. So.
Now, I have a question.
Okay.
It's a gardening question. I know nothing about gardening. Don't even pretend to. We took all this soil, yeah, from over there, middle of the screen. We dug it all out from that point, and then we brought it all over in the wheelbarrow, yeah? Where has all this lot come from in that short space of time?
It'll have been in it.
So it's all been in that dormant all that time?
I think so.
And as soon as we spread it out thinly on this and the sun and the rain gets to it, then all the seeds just...
Sprout.
That's insane how many seeds then are in this. I mean, look at it all. Well, as I said, I know nothing about gardening.
You had quite a big garden at one point though, didn't you?
Yeah, but I paid a gardener to garden it. Helen. The most I'd do is go out and kill a few weeds.
How would you do that?
Bleach. I had a 1930s paved driveway, and it was put down when nobody was putting membranes or anything down to protect from weeds and things like that. So every year it went mental. So one year I just had enough.
Boiling water will do it.
Attacked it with the bleach.
I mean, I can't see these surviving.
What's gone wrong?
I don't know. It's just like, they're so flimsy, they just haven't amounted to anything. I wasn't planning on separating them like this, but I'm going to have to. Dave's no respect for onions. And I'm also going to put them under the cloche, even though they don't really need it, just to stop them getting trampled.
Yeah, no, I was just watching him. Jeeves, what are you doing?
Yeah, see, they haven't grown into these little pots at all. They've just, they've grown around them. So much for that idea.
Well, you know the word pathetic?
Yeah, they are, aren't they? Just haven't amounted to anything. So I'm not going to be using those next year, these pots.
Titchmarsh ever use that phrase?
What?
Pathetic onions.
So I think anything that I've sown in the pots hasn't done anything.
When you're cracking on with your water feature.
Don't use these.
No.
You can see that this isn't obviously the original door frame. Jim said he wants to help us make this look better, make it, disguise it, make it look like it's still part of the old house. That'd be nice. These are a problem, and this concrete is a problem. I can see that there's the original stone step under this concrete, but when it rains, well, I'll bring you inside and show you the problems that we're having. Again, concrete, it's just the worst thing for these old houses. There's water ingress, probably from the concrete here, but definitely from the concrete floor. Again, the outside is higher slightly than the inside, and it shouldn't have been done like that. So today I want to at least remove these two stones, these two slabs, and chip out all this concrete, because I'll bring in and show you, you can see the damp problems that we have when it rains on the concrete here, but also on the stone, on the brickwork. So this is what we're dealing with on the inside. The light's a bit harsh for you to see, but you see this water line where all of the water just creeps into the house. And here you can definitely see water ingress. And you can hear that? Bad news. So this has obviously been a problem for a while, and it's just been painted over, but we'll fix it, put it right instead. Look at this incredible day. Wow. That's the original step in the middle of the screen now, and it's got several inches of concrete above it.
Stone.
Yep, I've seen it just kicking out round the corner here. I knew it was there, but we need to get rid of all this on the top, which is going to be a bit of a nightmare.
I can just whack that there with a hammer and that'll all break up now.
It's this stuff. Where's my thing? This stuff. We need to be careful at chipping away at. We don't want to break the stone. Very old concrete though, eh? This stuff.
Don't want to hit your plants.
Lovely doorstep, isn't it?
Imagine covering all that up with this.
Huh?
I said imagine covering all that up with this. It's like archaeology.
It is archaeology.
Right, watch yourself again.
Those are pretty easy to lift without needing to smash them completely. You just get the crowbar under them and they lift. Because they're not there's some sand.
Just get that one bit there. That's it. Is that stone?
It's probably bedrock.
I hope so. You know what bedrock means? Gold. You know, it's much easier having somebody fill the shovel for you. That's a big... I tell you, that woodlouse is really
determined.
Wanting to die.
It's me home.
Just flick him in the air.
Which will come back. He's like a homing pigeon.
They used to use them, didn't they, during the First World War?
What?
Yeah, woodlice. They used to attach little messages to them, send them across the German trenches.
Nobody expects. Right.
Oh, was that pigeons?
Well, that was a lot more hard work and took a lot longer than we anticipated.
It was a blazing sun, that was the problem.
We're just going to go and select a slab for this bit so that we've got something to step on down to. But these come up easy. This was hard because it's concrete over stone, so you're doing some serious chipping. But I think the way to solve this now is to kind of chisel it back a bit, make a channel, put a damp-proof membrane down, and then limecrete, a layer of limecrete. and that should stop any ingress of damp into the house from now on.
What about wood lice? Slugs?
Wood lice and slugs, they have a mind of their own.
Oh. Do they?
Very small mind.
Blown my mind, that is. What do they think about?
Well, that one was a homing wood louse, so he thinks about home all the time.
One of the famous World War One
Homing wood louse. So we're going to pick one of these. Come and see.
Hey Crowdy, peeking out. What's going on? Me and Crowdy fell out today. It's daily occurrence.
These boils.
Now, my theory is that these came out of the living room. Well, the now living room, which was originally the bedroom.
That one? It's
Yeah, it looks a lot lighter than the other one.
it's quite thin.
Look at that one. That one was a beast.
well-
I'm not picking that one up.
Yeah, that's too thick anyway. We're trying to make the outside of the house lower than the inside, right?
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I can lift that one by myself.
Are you sure?
Where did these all go? Where did they all go? We've got a picture.
Look at that piece there cut out. The
Yeah. We've got a picture of the outside of the cottage. I don't know if we've shared it before, but we'll share it now. That was all of these big flat slabs. We've no idea where they went. These will be some of them, but you're talking 100 big slabs, maybe. Where have they gone? So, this bridge is going to give way.
Yep.
We'll just have to build a stone bridge.
Katie, could you just pick that up and walk back over there so I could have a shot of you walking towards the camera with it and I'll just splice it together?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, go on then.
While you're jogging on.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Crowdy. Okay, I'll just get the wheelbarrow.
Where is it?
At the vegetable patch. You need to tell me when it's roughly in the middle.
Oh, you want me to lift it?
Um,
You tell me where to put it.
which way?
Oh, the flattest on the top. That's that side.
That side. That side.
Yeah. This the side that's up now is the flattest.
Is that roughly in the middle? It won't meet health and safety regulations, but it's a good old-fashioned bit of stone.
Will it meet Shona regulations?
We'll find out. Come and investigate, Shona.
Oh, it moved. Did you read what somebody put in the comments? Shona's hooves are so like dainty and pointy, it looks like she's walking around in high heels.
Yep.
Shona, could you please stop eating the wheelbarrow? It's not good for you. Shona, stop eating the wheelbarrow. Everyone's come for a nosy. Aren't you, Bree? purposely putting her head away from the camera. Bree? Hello? Right, so at that point it's, let's say, 60 centimetres. And at that point it's 50. Right, so which way do you want it going? Before I drop it?
Whatever you think.
You said you want it going off in that direction?
Yeah, it needs to come off in both directions. But for now, that'll be grand.
Just needs a load putting onto there.
This is creeping time, which I have discovered is very hard to grow. But you never know.
It's tiring work, isn't it?
It is tiring.
Are you happy with the conclusion?
Looks good, doesn't it?
Yep.
It's going to look nice.
Everything's slowly getting back to how it should look.
It's going to look. It looks instantly old.
Yeah.
Have another narrow one coming out here, and then you can have it meet up with this. And now I feel like I can get started on the other bed to mirror that one.
We've got all the seeds for that, haven't we?
Yeah. Yeah, we got gifted some more wildflower seeds, so I can put them in there. I need to do it really this month, so I'm going to get on with that this weekend.
We always need more wildflower seeds, yeah?
Well, the insects and the bees need more wildflower seeds. The more we can plant, the better, especially if we're getting bees next year. What do you think?
To this? Yeah, well, it looks a million times better. Like you say, it's hard work doing it, but always is when you're moving concrete and stone around.
We just need to do a bit more prep work for this before we finish it.
Oh, it's not finished. It's work in progress, like everything else. But it's not a big job to finish that now, is it?
No. Just as the fancy takes us, when we're passing, we can just lift another couple of these and do the same thing. And
the idea is where are you going to take the path, as in the new stone path?
This way, down to here.
And all these slabs are getting pulled up.
All of them, every single one, including the steps.
And then we're pulling the kitchen extension down, yeah? What I'd like to do to the kitchen extension is stone clad it. Yeah, the thought of that's kind of throwing you into a trance.
I can't process that. I'd like to get the inside of the house finished.
But it would look nice, wouldn't it?
Of course.
Everything blending in then. I did speak to Jim about it, didn't I? And he said, you can do it, it's just a lot of hard work. Well, on to the next then.
Yes. What's next? Do some more lime pointing, I guess.
Yeah, there's the ceiling to finish and more. Well, the line pointing's never going to finish, is it really?
Well, Jim and his wife are going to come visit us one weekend soon, and he's going to have a proper look at the big massive hole in the wall and give the owner a quote for fixing it properly. And he said he's going to show me how to do the fireplace wall the way we want it, because that's a slightly different finish. So I'll get on with the other 2 walls before he comes back.
We spoke to the parents of the owners, didn't we? The previous owners, because obviously the new owner inherited the island from them. And when we took them around to show them what we were doing, they were very happy with it, weren't they?
Yeah.
But they didn't know anything about the fire that occurred, which occurred on their watch, didn't it? So while they owned the island, the residents here had a fire in there and they knew nothing of it. They didn't tell them.
No, they either didn't know or they don't remember. I think you would remember something like that, though, because it was a significant thing, right? But obviously whoever was living here just fixed it and got on with things, didn't trouble them with it.
It wasn't a big, it could have been a big fire, but it was contained, wasn't it? So nothing was damaged in a sense, was it? Okay then.